guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day. Pretty uneventful day here for me. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had a nice win this morning. Nice Dow short when we take this thing all the way down here, right down at the bottom, and then got out at a really nice price. We pulled back ever since, but we've been really just grinding along here on the NASDAQ and S&P, certainly. But now, as we approach power hour in 2 minutes, we're seeing that we're pushing up here fairly strongly on all three of them, but in particular the S&P, funnily enough, in the middle. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. This is the 1 minute chart. We've already now just hit 2.5 standard deviations. Based on today's action though, which is really grindy and rangy as you can see, whereas the Dow is only tagging volume weighted average price VWAP. You can see that these two actually bounced off and have been toying with it all day. 1 2 1 2, and we've been below here on the Dow. So I picked the right one to go short, and some of that is luck. But it had to do with the bearishness going into the New York session overnight during Asia and Europe. And you can watch that on the video that is beside this one, I believe. At least it will be when this one is uploaded, assuming we had a trade here. Now, watching, guys, I'm going to pull you back over to the trading grid. You can see that we are breaking through a zone here. You can see the ranginess here with this EMA combination here. I'm going to take that out because it's a little distracting, I think, certainly for my brain. I want to watch this thing now, get it closed beyond here, and then potentially a buy above. Now let's go over. We're above the open range now. So watching very closely here, guys. Buy stop order right here. It's not live yet. I will tell you when. Stop below inside of the open range, so 1 minute open range. I'll fix these markers here in a moment. I want to let this candle close in 5 seconds. Unfortunately, it's closing inside of that range, and it's closed. There's the new candle. However, I may still take this buy stop order, guys, live right there. Bear with me for 1 moment. And watching closely now. Here we go. And I'm in, guys, and I'm in. And so long the S&P right here. Had to wait a little bit for that. This is a zone break trade, not textbook in some ways, and I'll explain it to you. Normally I would wait for this candle, for instance, to break and close in this fresh range, and ideally above that wick, and then a pullback and then a break above. Well, we got to close a little bit higher than the prior closes here from the end of Europe and the crossover between Europe and the New York Open. However, what we did get were several 2 minute closes above the open range, and this to me counts, especially now that we are in power hour, where volume and caffeine and fuel typically come into this thing and begin to power prices either higher or lower. Now today's a little funny. This price action is a little bit interesting, to say the least, and I think it has a lot to do with earnings, guys. We have quite a bit of earnings coming out after the close. Netflix, for instance, Texas Instruments, Baker Hughes, CN Rail, QCR Holdings, Trustmark, Veritex, and National Bank Holdings, and so on and so forth. And I think the market might be waiting for those to come out after the close before. And there are many, several others. I shouldn't say many others. Of course, there are many others, but not necessarily those that count too much in terms of this market movement. But here we are, taking this long, and I'll put you on pause and bring you back. See how this thing pans out. Zone break trade, guys. Trend continuation. It's both. All right. There's the trend continuation, moving higher, bullish configuration. All right. Be right back. And target one has been hit very, very suddenly there. A quick flurry on at 3:12 p.m. So the 1R all or nothing trader has left the game with full profitability, and of course the 2R move stop to break even at 1R has now moved their stop to break even because we hit 1R. So they will either get a break even result or a 2R, nothing in between. And then now we're going to sit and wait and see if the 1.5R and 2R all or nothing traders are able to benefit from this as well. But the primary target of 1R has been reached, and this is a profitable trade. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back watching this thing. We pulled all the way back here, and we are looking to close this thing manually. At least I am. It's 3:51 almost, and so we are in the last 10 minutes of the session. My model calls for me to close out manually any remaining models. Of course, the 1-hour all or nothing trader is gone already with full profitability, and I'm looking to place a stop loss order now, guys, or move my stop to half of an R, right? 0.5 R right there. And so if we pull back to that, I will be out. Otherwise, I'm going to leave this thing open. Tell you what, I'm going to place it in order to close here at, might not get there, at 1 R. And I'm out, guys. I'm out at 0.5 R right there. 0.5 R right there. So let me put you on pause and I'll show you the math on this. And there it is, guys. So you can see that the 1-hour all or nothing trader, of course, profited fully. And then I closed manually here in the last 10 minutes because this trading model calls for me to close out all remaining models at the best available price within the last 15 minutes or after 3:45, anytime after 3:45. And so I'm choosing to do it right here. And so 1 R for the 1-hour model, and then 0.5 for all 3 of the other models. Thanks for being here, guys. Have an amazing night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.